Okay, so we're going to talk about drawing the culvert head walls in the section view. We drew them in on the plan view, but now we need them in the section view. We have something drawn here, but that's just to represent, that's just a quick representation. We need to actually draw it in per the standard. And so we'll go back to the standard. And for section view, we have the head walls 9 inches wide. The footing is 9 inches beyond that. And then if you look up here, it tells us E is the total length of the footing. Total length of the footing for 24 inch is 2 foot. So we take it to the face of the wall. Match our line styles. Culvert head wall. And then the face of the wall. Lock in that offset. Draw that line in. And then offset that 9 inches. 9 divided by 12. What else does the standard tell us? It tells us the height of the wall, H, 24 inch, is 3 foot 8 inches. And that the footing is 8 inches off of the flow line. So we have the flow line here. Drop that 8 inches. 8 divided by 12. That's the top of the footing. And it was 9 inches. Oops, let's change our line styles to match the footing. Footing that. And it's 9 inches off the back of the wall. It's a foot deep. And it was 2 foot something wide. E 24 is 2 foot even wide. So offset that 2 foot. Oh, no, this guy. 2 foot. Use trim the intersection. Trim all these off. Use trim multiple to trim off that thing. And what did we say the wall height was? Go back to the standard. Wall height 24, 3 foot 8 inches. 8 inches is 0.67. So 3.67. Back our line styles. And this presents, this is exactly why we draw these in, because this no longer meets the grade. This head wall needs to be pushed out farther or brought up, but we're basically at our limit on height. So what we'll do is we'll move this head wall grade hits the back of the head wall 3 inches from the top. 3 divided by 12. We'll move the head wall parallel to the flow line so that we're not changing the slope of the... Oh, wrong one. We're going to rotate the screen parallel to the flow line. That way when we move this, move this. Now this is moving parallel to the flow line. And we match it up with the grade coming from the back of the curb, or the back of the sidewalk. Move back to unrotated. Extend these lines. Or you can use trim multiple. Delete that. Start. I don't know what that line was. Oh, this is get it back up to grade. Move that to face of the wall. Trim the grade back to the back of the back of the head wall. And that's the height and the location of the head wall. So we do need to go back and match this up. We need to move this out farther to the actual location of this head wall. Probably have to do the same thing here. But it looks like we're pretty close already, so we won't have to extend the head wall. We'll just have to flatten out this grading from the back of the sidewalk. But for head wall, for culverts, for circular culverts, for pipe culverts, all the dimensions are equal for the same pipe. So we can just copy this over here, flip it, mirror horizontally, vertically. And we want to be 8 inches below there. So now we can take this, stick it on the flow line from this point. On the flow line, and we can delete that construction line. And look, we're good. We don't have to move the head wall because the grading fits just fine. And that's it. So this one is good in plan view. This one needs to be moved out. This is a similar exercise all the way around, but we know that this head wall is 3 foot 8 inches, basically 4 foot. That's what the bid item will be. Parallel wing head wall, 4 foot tall. And that's for each. Head wall is for the whole thing, not for each side. So this whole thing is one head wall, and this whole thing over here is one head wall. Alright, I hope that clears some things up. As always, if there's any questions on what tools I'm using, how I'm using them, or why I'm using them, just contact me right down below or email me, and we'll get it figured out. All right, thanks.